Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's contest between the visiting Crockett Cougars and your Anderson Trojans. Before we begin our warm-up, we'd like to take the time to recognize our seniors for their hard work and commitment to our basketball program. We have a lot of seniors, so sit back and relax. First up, alphabetical order, Andrew Alexander. He wears number 12. He's played basketball for 3 years at Anderson. He's escorted tonight by his parents, Sean and Mark Alexander. Andrew plans on pursuing a business degree at Texas A&M University. His favorite memory is watching Corey Price get dropped by the Hayes freshman. Next up, Mr. Derek Armour. He wears number 22. He's been a 4-year player here at Anderson. He's escorted tonight by his parents, Pamela and Mike Armour. Pamela and Mike have been around Anderson as parents for the last 25 years. We thank you for all they've done. Their son Derek, he's the last of all 4 boys. He attended Texas A&M University in the fall. His favorite memory is Coach Pitt calling for the ball, and when he throws it, he walks toward him until his face hits him in the face. Too many words. Next up, number 13, Ben Bazarian. Also played 4 years at Anderson. Escorted tonight by his parents, Suzanne and Aaron Bazarian. He's going to head to college next year and study sports management. Favorite memory, Coach Swanson throwing the ball to Liam, Liam proceeding to go get the ball and then tripping over it. Speaking of Liam, he's up next. Number 32, 4-year letterman, Liam Donahoe. Escorted tonight by his mother, Sarah Wagner, father, Seamus Donahoe, and his stepdad, Steve Wagner. His beautiful sister's also here, Molly Donahoe. Next year, Liam plans on going to college. Favorite memory is Coach Pitt diving on the floor, and I think it was shirtless. Next up, he wears number 5. 4-year letterman, put your hands together for Mr. Jack Francis. Jack is escorted tonight by his parents, Renee and Scott Francis. Scott is the current president of our Brewster Club and has done a heck of a job. I think he's done it 2 years in a row. Jack's going to head to college next year, play basketball at the University of North Carolina or Kansas, and study kinesiology. His favorite memory is Coach Pitt punting the ball into the stands. If you weren't here Tuesday night, which you probably weren't because nobody was allowed, Mr. Jack Francis scored his 1,000th point. It stands at 1,007 for his career. Next up, Mr. Kalen Hall. He wears number 25. He's been playing for 4 years. Believe it or not, Kalen has a twin brother named Carter, and they look nothing alike. But his parents are here, Stacy and Terry Hull. Again, along with the Armors, they've been here a long time. Kalen plans to study engineering in college next year, and his favorite memory was Coach Pitt falling and tripping over the basketball. Next up, he wears number 24. He's been here for 4 years, Mr. Nate Langley. He's escorted tonight by his parents, Renee and Matt Langley, and his sister Levi. Plans after graduating, Nate's going to go to the NBA. His favorite memory is Coach Pitt trying to kick a ball and falling down. My guess is that's not true. Next up, Mr. number 33, your running back, Mr. Colin Page. He's played basketball for 3 years and football for all 4. Escorted tonight by his mother, Sheila Page, and sisters, Stella and Chloe. If you haven't heard, Colin's going to go to the University of Texas and play football next year. His favorite memory was riding the charter bus during the playoffs. Next up, he wears number 3, 4-year letterman, Mr. Corey Price. Corey's escorted by parents Ellen and Matt Price. Next year, Corey's going to college. His favorite memory is Kenichi trying to quit because he thought he had to do the towel slides. Last but not least, he wears number 11, 4-year letterman, Mr. Mike Wagner. Poor kid's been last all his life. When your name starts with W, you usually go last, so we're going to take a little time on this one. is escorted tonight by his parents, Laura and Mark Wagner. There's obviously more people on the floor. We give them a shout out as well. Next year, Mike's going to college to study psychology. His favorite member was Coach Pitt, showing clips from movies that they'd never seen. Just was informed that we have a birthday tonight, Mr. Mark Wagner. He turned 39. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your senior class for the 2021-22 Anderson Jersey varsity basketball team. What do you say? While we have a break, don't forget about project graduation. We will be passing around one of these little boxes. You can either drop your money in the box, they highly sanitize, or you can scan the QR code, pay with your phone. Also, don't forget about the incredible talent contest tomorrow night, right here at 7 o'clock. You can go buy your tickets online. It's a fundraiser for the prom.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Hey, students, everybody needs a slide about 8 feet that way. Everybody. Everybody. Go across the stairs. Thank you.
senior night juices. Half hour after we were scheduled to, but hopefully you were able to tune in and catch the senior night if you were interested. It was a nice ceremony, everyone out there with their parents, but now we are ready for some basketball. The Trojans are looking to keep it perfect on the district run. They are on a 13-game winning streak. Anderson hasn't lost in well over a month. The last loss that Anderson had was against the Westlake Chaparrals back in that tournament that they had after Christmas out in Round Rock. Just a 9-point game, and before that their last loss was who else but Westlake. So the last two losses that Anderson has were both against Westlake. Otherwise, they're what, 19-0 in games in a row against non-Westlake teams. So not bad. Anderson in the Texas Association of Basketball Coaches for the 5A poll, Anderson is ranked in the top 25 in the state. So as we move to the postseason, this should be a lot of fun for Anderson, as they will have an excellent seed, of course, winning district. And there's not much seeding done otherwise than that. You're just kind of slotted in where they're going to play your district. The first opponent in the playoffs for Anderson should be from that kind of that like Pflugerville, Hutto district, I believe. That should be next Tuesday. So we will have a Friday off, I believe. This isn't our last game of the regular season. It's our last home game of the regular season. We're going to McCallum right after this on Tuesday. But we are ready for pregame. Already have our senior night took care of. You see, it's a packed gym. That's the Anderson student section. And on our side, it is wall-to-wall. Quite a few people here tonight. You got your three officials ready to go. We're going to go ahead and send it down to Dr. B here in a minute. And we'll get the national anthem as well as the starting lineup. So it looks like it's just about time for that right now. So we'll go ahead and send it down. We'll be right back. You're listening to Anderson Basketball on Vype Live. We'll be right back after this. Thanks for tuning in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Senior Night. Visiting us tonight are the Crockett Cougars and your Anderson Trojans. If you would, gentlemen and ladies, please rise. Gentlemen, take off your caps. We're going to have the national anthem sung tonight by members of the Anderson Choir. Mrs. Anna Barrett, she's a junior. Sophia Kelly, a senior. Miss Emily Morales, also a senior. And Mr. Will Thornhill, he's a junior. Thank you, Anna, Sophia, Emily, and Will. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a packed house tonight, largest crowd we've had since March of 2020. February. Let's start with the Cougars from Crockett. Head coach by David Edwards, assisted by Shannon Reed and Austin Tomlinson. Cougars come into the contest with a district record of 8-4. Starting lineup, he wears number 3, 5'10", he's a senior, Jaden Caballero. He's also a senior at 6 foot tall, number 4, Carson Reese. A senior at 5'10", number 5, Trey Batts. Now for the big guys, at 6'5", number 15, he's a senior, James Harper. And rounding out the all-senior starting lineup for the Cougars, at 6'4", he wears number 34, Xavier Chapa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your Anderson Trojans. Trojans are head coached by Daniel Pittsford, assisted by Eric Swanson, Joe Chavez, Michael Stratton, and Robert Lynch. Trojans come in at 25-8 overall, 12-0 in district. Now for the starting lineup. He's a junior at 6'1", number 1, Mitchell One Tap Whitlow. He's a junior at 6 foot tall, number 10, been in all my life, and Becky Blacker, baby. Next up, he's a senior at 5'11", number 11, Mike Happy Birthday Dan Wagner. And he's a senior at 6'3", number 24, Nate Paperclamp Wrigley. And rounding out the starting lineup, he's a senior, 6'2", number 5, Jack. I've scored 1,007 points, and I'm coming after you, Max Francis.
Woo-wee! We got a good energy in here tonight. Trojans looking to keep undefeated, 13-0 is on the horizon. They are 25-8. The Cougars are 14-19, but they do have some reinforcements. Xavier Chapa, you may remember him from last season. He gave Anderson the business, not to the tune of a win, but he's still one heck of a player. But you know the way Nate Langley is. He doesn't like it when another guy's on the floor that's taller than him. He really likes to go at those kind of guys. But here come the Trojans. Here's the jump ball. Pack it up, pack it in. It's the biggest crowd at Anderson High School since the pandemic. As there's Choppa going to win the tip, but it goes right to Blackerby, so Anderson will gain possession first. First possession, they're going to swing it over to Whitlow, and we are underway. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Aggressive defense early from Crockett. Wagner pulls up, going to kick it back outside to Jack Francis, member of the 1,000-point club officially, as Jack Francis has it in the post. He's going to take it at Caballero, now pulls it back out. Crosses over, gets by him, all the way to the cup, and for two. Jack Francis, shifty on the baseline. Rah-rah, eat 'em up Cougs, here they come. Caballero got caught into the air, and that's going to be a turnover. Bennett Blackerby takes it away, threads the needle to Francis. Jack all the way. 2 points, 4 already for Francis. Hardly a bad start. Not quite a minute gone. Anderson leads it 4-0. Got a good bucket from Francis. Got another one on a turnover. As there's Bats with it on the wing. That's Carson Reese had 9 points in the first contest between these two. There's Harper. There's Caballero. Jaden torched the Anderson Trojans. 17 points in the last game. Now back outside for Choppa. Swings it to the right side, or left side, excuse me, for Bats. Screen comes from Choppa. And Harper. Whitlow is trying to get in on the steal. Choppa going to take it right at Francis. Pulls up, misses. Jack going to get the rebound over him. Here comes big number 5. Kicks it back to his point guard. Possession is started. Francis, Jack's going to catch it. It was Wagner on the pass, excuse me. Screen from Langley. Step back triple for Francis. That's going to be well off. We'll call that a pass to Blackerby. Bennett was trapped on the baseline. He just throws it away. Right, Caballero. Wagner on the block. That's going to go out of bounds. Nice job getting back on defense and getting the block for Wagner. We will keep it here. 6:15 to go. 4-0 Anderson. Looking for somewhere to get it to, and they finally get it to Reese. Nearly a 5-second violation. There's Reese. Langley defending him. Bats with Blackerby on him. Bats facing up. He's going to try the 3. That's good. Trey Bats. Scoreless in their last outing against Anderson. Opens up the scoring here with a 3. Now into the corner for Francis. He can't leave Jack wide open.
That's your answer, Jack Francis.
And yeah, no you can't. 7-3 Anderson. Caballero coming around the screen from Harper. He's got Langley out on him now, but Nate, no stranger to defending out on the perimeter. Now here's Reese, Langley out on him. Now Francis going to switch on to Reese. That's a worse matchup. Now Harper going to fire away. He's the big man. That's going to be a brick, and now comes Wagner. Mike pushing ahead, going to hand it off to Blackerby. Bennett going to cross over, kick it back out for Whitlow. Mitchell going to take it to the middle of the key. Now back outside for Francis, nearly a turnover. Jack going to take it to the baseline. Floater, no good. And we have a foul, but it looks like it might be on the floor. It's going to go against number 15.
James Harper.
What he said. Thanks, Dr. P. Wagner looking to get it in. They get it to Blackerby. Bennett faces up, not going to take the shot. And now he is. He steps into it, knocks it down. Bennett Blackerby, as the Anderson Trojans, 2 best shooters, Francis and Blackerby, have really started to heat up from downtown down the stretch of the season, and that is huge. You want to be playing your best basketball in mid to late February at the UIL level. Here's Caballero. Langley defending, doing a good job sticking on him. Now Caballero has killed his dribble. He has to get it back outside to Choppa. Now here's Bats. Bats, the only basket of the game right now for Crockett. They get it into Choppa inside, but he didn't quite have it. He gets it back outside to Bats. Screen from Whitlow. Bats coming around it. Dumps it off to Choppa, but it's taken away by Wagner. Anderson out and running again. Hand off to Francis. Jack goes up with it, and he's going to be fouled. That's 2 already on Harper.
As on Cougars number 15, James Harper.
Going to get another big into the game. Crockett does have quite a bit of size here. Well, relative size. They've got a couple guys that are about 6'4". And Crockett going to go ahead and call a timeout. Michael Newton was ready to check in, but he will not get the chance as Anderson is out and running 10-3. Hot start for the Trojans, 4 minutes 35 remaining in the first quarter. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Jack Francis with 7. Bennett Blackerby with 3.
Breaks, project graduation, look for the little box. We'll take cash donations, put the money right in the box.
Cash
if you'd like to
donations.
use your phone and use the QR code, and you can pay with your phone. Also, tomorrow night, talent show. The top Trojan, 11 seniors from this basketball team will be participating tomorrow right here at 7 o'clock. Fundraiser for prom.
Hope you're all having an excellent night. If you're just joining us, we got started pretty late here. Still in the first quarter, Jack Francis to the free throw line. Already 7 points for him. He'll have a shot at 2 more. Is Anderson just going to vacate the paint and let Jack take him? As that one's going to rattle out for Francis. Just a little bit too strong. So he splits the pair, but that puts him to 8 points on the game. 11-3 is the score for Anderson. Here comes Bats right into a trap, but he's able to get it out to Caballero. Now the trap going to come to Caballero. He's able to get it to Bats. Anderson staying in front of people. Now here comes Reese. Got him into the air. Now Caballero going to take the open 3, and he'll knock it down. So 2 baskets, both of them threes for Crockett. And now it's back to a 5-point game. Blackerby going to catch it, dribble into one. That's good, Bennett Blackerby. The first quarter onslaughts continue. This feels like the Lockhart game. Wagner steals it away behind the back right to Caballero, but beautiful for the first half of that. Now Caballero going to dribble into one. That's no good. Rebound long to Whitlow. Mitchell with his head up, gets it to Wagner. Now Mike going to put on the brakes. Now hand it off to Blackerby. He's going to catch and shoot. Oh my goodness! Bennett Blackerby, 3 for 3! That one was from way downtown, and here comes the trap from the Trojans. Bats has killed his dribble. Now back out to Caballero. 17-6 is the score. 3.5 left in the quarter. Francis takes it away. Gets it. Oh, he just overshot Whitlow. Back to Chapa. Chapa into the corner. That's Newton who just checked in. He's going to pull up. He can hit the shot, but it's going to be a foul. I think they're going to get Wagner on it.
It's going to be on the Trojans. Number 11, Mike Wagner. Sends Michael Newton to the line. He'll shoot 2.
Michael Newton, fresh into the game, is his first minute of action. That's the first team foul going against Anderson. First free throw up and good for Newton.
One more.
Starters remain in for the Trojans. 4 minutes gone, 4.5 gone in the quarter. So short on that one, right to Wagner. Both teams not keeping the offense back to try and get an offensive rebound on the free throws. But here comes Wagner. Blackerby off the screen. He wants it. Wagner going to drive baseline. Pulls up. Wanted the foul. Won't get it. Rebound goes to Chapa. Francis trying to take it away, but that'll just be a miss for Anderson. Now coming the other way. It's up to Reese. Reese going to fire to the corner for Caballero. Don't have a great look at that corner. But here's Caballero across his back. Kills his dribble. Now back outside for Reese. Carson Reese, 9 points in the last game between these two. Scoreless so far tonight. Looking for somewhere to go with it. He just finds it back to Caballero. They're going to try and get it into Newton. Whitlow doing a good job trying to keep position. Caballero going to fire away. That's going to be 3 free throws for the Trojans. Or excuse me, for the Cougars.
Number 24, Nate Langley.
As the 3 ball now, keeping Crockett alive in this quarter. As this is effectively another 3-point attempt. As Bats with 1, Caballero with 1, and now he has a chance at 3 more foul shots, but that one misses. So all in all,
We'll shoot 2 more.
Anderson still with a 10-point lead. Has a chance to cut it down to 8 if he can make the rest. Makes the next. Now we've got some substitutions. Wagner going to get his first rest. It's going to be Bazarian and Dale into the game. Langley also heads to the bench. Those are the 2 that picked up a foul, so maybe getting them out just to avoid some early trouble. Caballero goes 2 for 3. Cuts it down to an 8-point lead. Now, Reese going to check out. Atakari going to check in. Jack going to run the show now that Wagner heads to the bench. Whitlow doing a good job clearing space for him. Hand off to Bazarian. Back to the corner, wasn't there. Bazarian going to attack, kick back out to Dale. Dale looking for somewhere to go with it. Puts it on the floor, back to Francis. Jack faces up, crosses back, almost got Caballero there. Jack's going to dribble back. Caballero doing a good job staying in front of number 5. Jack back to Whitlow. Whitlow going to put it on the floor, and he turns it over. Blackerby the only one back. Ooh, that's got to be an offensive foul against Bats. That's on Bats. Yep, that's an illegal screen going against Bats. Chapa had a run out. Blackerby had no chance to get to that. That's just a silly offensive foul going against Crockett. It's kind of like in football when a receiver kind of tries to run the pick play. It's the same kind of moving pick. That's an offensive pass interference call every time, and that one in basketball is an offensive foul. Now here comes Francis. That's a break for the Trojans, as that was a free bucket for Chapa. Now here comes Whitlow driving into the paint, back outside for Dale. Haven't been able to find Blackerby since he got hot, and Dale is just going to get it taken away by Newton. Now here comes Newton. Newton loses it, but Dale bumped him.
Foul in transition is going to be on the Trojans. Number 35, QB Dale.
It's on the floor, so Bats will be the one to inbound. Hasn't been a great start for the Trojans, but the threes have been falling, and that's where they are out to a 17-9 lead. Now here comes Adhikari. Newton with it on the perimeter, gets it back to Adhikari. Now we have some weird spacing there in the corner. Niraj pulls it back outside to Trey Bats. Shot's no good. Anderson comes the other way. Blackerby getting on his horse, crosses over, loses it, gets it back. Now coming around over to Bazarian. Ben going to put it on the floor. Into the air. Back out for Francis. Catch a deep three for Jack. That one can't connect. Rebound high to Blackerby. A beautiful board for Bennett. He's going to step back into a midi, and Bennett Blackerby is on fire. 11 points in the first quarter. Only 2 Trojans have scored. Francis has 8. Blackerby has 11. Behind the back from Caballero. Jack still defending. He gets to the baseline, but now he's stuck. Splits the double team. Just throws up a shot. No good. Rebound going to fall back to him. A lucky board there for the Cougars. Now back for Bats. Bats going to take one. Made one earlier, can't connect here. Rebound Whitlow. Mitchell, a very good rebounder, gets it over to Blackerby. He's going to drive baseline, pull up from the mid-range. Bennett Blackerby! Are you serious? 13 points, he stays perfect. I need something absurd next trip down, Bennett. I need something absurd. 40 seconds remain in the quarter. Here's Bats, 21-9, Trojan lead. Bats kills his dribble. Francis, he's just trying to get it into Newton. Bazarian there on the double, almost got it back, but here's Adhikari on the left corner. He comes around the screen, dishes it off. Nice pocket pass to Chapa. Chapa going to face up and take the shot. No good. Rebound Jack. 20 seconds left, and he'll just pull it back. Got to look for number 10. Francis crosses over, got Caballero. Woo! 10 seconds left. It looks like it's Francis all the way. Jack crossing over, crosses to his right, gets to the basket, kick to Bazarian, step back triple from deep, that's blocked. Dale has it, turnaround Jay, it's good! Fred Dale at the buzzer!
Bazarian to Dale for 2, first quarter.
The turnaround jumper for number 35, Fred Dale. Right at the buzzer. Bennett Blackerby out on fire. 13 points in the first quarter. Jack Francis with 8. And this is just about the most fun first quarter we've had all season. The Lockhart one, they did score 34 in the first, so technically more impressive. But just having the home crowd here on senior night, having the student section back in the gym, it's just a great feeling here. As Anderson out to a 14-point lead after one. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Still rocking it without a spot cable, but, you know, I kind of like it. 25 seconds left before we get started. Jaden Caballero leads things with 5 for Crockett. Trey Bats has 3, and Michael Newton went 1 for 2 from the line, so he has 1. Jack Francis with 8 points. Fred Dale with 2. Bennett Blackerby with a scorching 13.
Couple of shout outs tonight. Glad the cheerleaders are here. Thanks for showing up. We're always fun to have them in the house. Also, let you know,
they'll give Bennett and Francis a rest.
They finished their season undefeated. They play next Tuesday.
Mitchell Whitlow also with a productive first quarter, not in the scoring column, but on the glass and defensively. A good quarter for Mitchell. That doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but gotta call it when you see it. So the 5 will be Duncan, Gill, Wagner, Langley, and Bazarian for Anderson. As Newton going to get it inside to Chapa. Wagner, lucky he wouldn't whistled for his second foul as Xavier Chapa gets his first bucket of the game. And rim running Langley as he kicks it to the corner. Bazarian for 3. That's good! Ben Bazarian from downtown. Now he has a 3 in back-to-back games. So 3 for Ben. The score is 26-11. Now here comes Caballero, pulls up from the elbow. Rebound goes to Campbell Duncan after being batted out by Newton. Wagner, ever with his head up, scanning the floor. Brings Campbell Duncan for the screen. Wagner goes around it, kick back out. Campbell, oop, that's going to be a travel. $15-point lead for the Trojans. As Wagner on that last possession, a little too far ahead for Langley. And Langley doing a good job of catching and finding the open man. Bazarian repays him with the assist. Now, Caballero right into the chest of Campbell Duncan. A lot of contact there. They're just going to let him play it. They have been so far today. Now here comes Wagner, crosses to his left, dumps it off to Gill. What a feed. Now he kicks it back outside to Langley. Had Bazarian open in the corner for a moment. And now we shall reset. Wagner going to cross to his left, takes it all the way to the basket. Now he's just going to have to get it into Gill, and that was just a risky pass, but Gill was able to get it back, and we'll reset once again. Campbell Duncan going to step into this one. That's no good. Rebound to Langley. Nate, one hand, spins into the post. That's blocked by Chapa. Campbell Duncan on the board, can't get the finish. Langley gets it back, and oof, that's a tough break for the Trojans on that one. They're really swallowing the whistles. Both teams just have 3 team fouls, and as long as that's the way they call it, if they call it consistently, that's fine. Refs kind of have to set the tone for how much they're going to let the guys get away with. And right now, for the most part, they're letting them get away with quite a bit on both sides. Here comes Caballero, gets all the way at Langley, straight up there for Nate. No foul there. Is now Wagner out ahead. He has a 2-on-2. Let's see what he does. Up and under. No. Bazarian on the follow. That's good. Ben Bazarian, his second bucket of the half. Big number 13 coming alive on senior night. Now here's Caballero, gets it right into the chest of Gill. Bazarian tracks it down. Ben crossing over. He's going to pull it back. That's wise. He had a 3-on-2. Rather a 2-on-3. Didn't have the numbers. Now Langley going to take it right in at Newton. Back outside for Gill. Gill left open for 3. That's no good. Oh, it is! Right off the top of the backboard. And Anderson has the magic tonight. Jackson Gill. That's another 3-pointer falling for an Anderson player. Bazarian, Blackerby, Francis, and Gill all have one. Rather, Blackerby has 3. Reese pulled up, but he had to think better of it. Campbell Duncan got him on the closeout. Here comes Atakari. Around the paint, floater, no good. Rebound, Gill. Anderson the other way. Here's Wagner looking for somewhere to go with it. And the answer is his own triple. No good there. Campbell Duncan, give him another one, Mike. He won't this time. He goes to the basket. Lost it out of bounds, but it will be off of Crockett. I think Newton said that was off of him. Sub time. No, timeout time. Jack didn't know it was a timeout. All right, so it'll stay here. 4:57 remaining here in the half. Anderson leads at 31-11, a 20-point lead for the Anderson Trojans, as they are really taking it to Crockett. Forgot what team we were playing. We were playing Crockett. Crockett 8-4 in district play. The last time that these two teams faced off, it was 54-31, so an incredibly low-scoring game. Anderson already well on their way to breaking that. Still a lot of time left in this first half, and they have 31 points.
This box right in front of me. My wife's birthday was yesterday. If you'd like to donate to the Flower Fund, let me know.
I think Gill might have got a little lucky. They didn't call it out of bounds when that 3 dropped in, but he'll certainly take it. It didn't go over. It just kind of sat there right on the lip where it kind of flattens out. So lucky bounce. Now here's Francis into the corner. Bennett Blackerby, he has been the hot hand tonight. Crosses over, gets out of car. He pulls up. That's a foul. Can't get it to go, but that'll keep his field goal percentage perfect.
It's going to be on the Cougars, number 2.
They're going to get Niraj Adhikari on that. I think that is just the 4th team foul going against Crockett. Anderson still with just 3. 4:49 to go in the half. Bennett to the line already with 13. Make it 14.
Blackerby at the line. First one's good. Shoots the 1.
2 shots. Bennett misses that one. Armour tried to chase down the board, but he couldn't quite get there. So that's the first any sort of miss of the night. That ruins his perfect true shooting percentage if you want to get to the advanced analytics. And Bennett Blackerby with the steal, reestablishes his feet, dumps it ahead to Whitlow. Bennett all over the court tonight. Now Wagner up ahead to Armour. And that's Derek Armour. That's not DeAndre Ayton. Wagner's a gambler. He really likes to try and get some of these fast break opportunities that aren't necessarily there, but he can create them. Now here's Andre Smith, first time into the game. Back for Batts. Double comes, now it's into the corner. Batts all the way to the cup, he throws it up, can't get it to go, a little too strong, rebound Derek. Wagner with his head up, crosses over. Andre Smith almost got that away from him, the young fella. Now back for Whitlow. Wagner spins off, he can't quite get open. Now Whitlow trying to do something with it, he gets it back to the corner for his point guard. Wagner back to the top. Swings it over to Francis. We've slowed down a little bit here. 4 minutes to play here in the half. Jack going to step back, kick it out for Whitlow. Whitlow going to try. That's no good. Had good touch on it to give himself a chance, but that one's not going to fall down for the Anderson Junior forward. Into the corner, now back outside for Bats. High up to get that one. Here's Bats once again. Now there's Bonecqui outside, working around the perimeter, trying to find something with it. He's just stuck with that right hand. Here comes Andre Smith, lost the ball. Langley on the bench. Armour out there with the rest of the starters. Here comes Smith right at Armour. He's going to throw it up. That's a big air ball. And now here comes Mike Wagner. Underhand pass right to Francis. Oh, my goodness. One of the best passes of Mike Wagner's career, and that's saying something. Jack Francis into double figures off the assist from the point guard. Now there's Carson Reese with it outside. Gets it back to Smith. Here's Reese from the corner. That's no good. Rebound underneath to Bonecqui. He had position. That's a nice job for number 12 for Crockett. Wagner with the Rick Barry on the previous possession. Anderson still with a nice lead. It's 34-13. Back out for Blackerby. He's going to fire again. Can't get the bank to go. That was the first miss from the field for Bennett. Now here's Smith. So Blackerby's cooled off a little bit after that scorcher. Missed a free throw and now missed a three. Bats to the basket. Can't get it to go. Armour affecting that one all the way. Derek making good use of his minutes. Wagner working to the right, taking it all the way. Got the pass fake. Can't get the layup, but Armour's there on the follow. Everybody doing it tonight for Anderson. Derek Armour off a 7-point night with 2 in the first half. 2 minutes remain here in the opening half. Here's Trey Bats on the perimeter. Drives to his left, gets around Whitlow, steps back, got Mitch in the air. That's a nice job just getting a shot off from Bats, but he couldn't get it, and that's going to go out of bounds off the Trojans. Colin Page time. Now it's just havoc time for number 33, Colin Page. Fred Dale back into the game as well. Whitlow will take a rest, so will Armour. Now here's Andre Smith into the corner. Ooh, Page just a hair short on that one. Now here's Reese. Francis out defending him. Reese going to take it at Dale, get the switch. Now inside, Page going to defend Chapa. Chapa going to fire it over him. No. Dale goes up strong for the board. Ooh, almost got a travel. Now ahead to Page. Page into the corner for Francis. Francis going to drive in, pull up off one dribble, no good. Rebound. Smith batted it, and Francis got it right back. Jack dumps it off to Page. Page up, no good, but he'll head to the line for 2. Just a 15 foul against Crockett, so they still have 1 to give. Anderson only with 3 team fouls, so they will probably not look at the bonus for Crockett in this quarter. As you can see, only 1 minute and 11 left in the half. Hey, Colin gets the first one to drop. Some beautiful shooter's touch. Colin came in garbage time on Tuesday, scored a quick 8 points. Colin can't go 0 for 2, but Chapa a little risky on that rebound, so 1 point in the game for Page. And Colin out here playing free safety, just causing some havoc. He's going to get Bats trapped into the corner. They get it back out to Smith, luckily. Harper getting ready to check back in for the Cougars. Bats got Francis off of him with the pass fake. He'll take it to the basket. A lot of defense converging, and that left Chapa wide open to clean that up. That's his second bucket of the game. He's got 4 points. Jack Francis going to chase it down. 45 seconds left. Anderson with a 22-point lead, and as they have all season, I imagine they will hold for the final shot or something like it. 37-15. So here's Wagner. No count yet. Dish to Francis. 37-15. 25 to go in the half. As this one has been a lot of fun. Zips it onto Francis. Let's think of synonyms for the word pass. I'm running out, frankly. So there's a toss to Francis, I guess. I don't know. Into Dale. Dale going to take it to the coop. Loses it out of bounds, but it will stay here. 5 seconds remain. Harper going to check back in. Hopefully he can avoid picking up that third foul, as Harper has been very limited in his minutes after picking up those 2 early ones. Anderson, it looks like they're going to bring the starters back into the game. So Dale and Page going to get a rest as they take out the buzzer beater maestro, Fred Dale. Now here's Page looking to get it into Langley. Nate has it. He's going to put it on the floor all the way to the cup, lays it up, gets it to go. Half over with.
Halftime.
Not a bad time for Langley to pick up his first basket of the game as he takes that one strong to the rack, gets his first deuce. Anderson caps off a beautiful half of basketball. They score 39 points. 39-15 is your score. Anderson has a 24-point lead. We've got 10 minutes of halftime coming up for you right now. We're going to go ahead and send it down to the court. We've got the Anderson cheerleaders coming up for you. Here you go. We'll be back in just a moment.
Well done, cheerleaders. Thank you so much. Now it's time for the little boxes. Be looking. Mrs. Valerie Tyler's got a bag full of them. She likes to always let her know, yes, she was a cheerleader somewhere. But the boxes, you can put cash in them. We'll accept cash. There is no limit if you would like to.
Okie doke. We're going to step back in it for halftime. Unfortunately, no young children playing basketball today for halftime. As if it were up to me, we would have that every time. A couple of young bucket getters, but no. We'll just stick around, keep it here, talk through the game a little bit. I don't have much to criticize. Anderson, just a heck of a half. The offense, I mean, I guess I could say they turned it over like a little bit, but I mean, you're up 39-15 at halftime. You've done something right. Hardly a bad half of basketball for the Anderson Trojans. Bennett Blackerby scored 13 points in the first quarter, and that was absolutely just on fire to start the game. Bennett has 14. Jack has 10. Ben Bazarian, a quick 5 off the bench. Jackson Gill dropped in a 3. Derek Armour, Nate Langley, and Fred Dale all have 2 apiece. Colin Page with 1. Mike Wagner scoreless at the half, and that's the way I like him to play. Let's look for his shot a little bit, but not nearly as much as he could. Mike Wagner, truly just a true point guard, just your John Stockton type, always about setting up your teammates. As we have the Murchison Matadors coming down to the field, we'll see what this is about.
Looks like a good group. Got a couple of big kids. Got a couple of quick kids. We got one good-looking coach.
But Jaden Caballero is leading the way for Crockett. 5 points for him. Xavier Chapa hadn't been able to get it going a whole lot. He only has 4, as we are now giving it up for the Murchison Matadors.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, they're all supposed to be wearing a black shirt. The only one not wearing a black shirt is Leo. McMillan. McMillan wore the gray shirt. Thanks to his mom, Sharon. She does a great job with Liam.
6.5 to go here at halftime. As we've got Ice Ice Baby happening, which, you know, that's never good. Okay, I guess that's all that was. So we'll just keep it here.
Yolson Bonecki had 2 points. Michael Newton had a free throw. Trey Batts had a tray.
Looking towards it. Let's see when the last time these two. I think that these that Northeast and Crockett might be the season finale. No, they already.
Derek Armour and Campbell Duncan.
Oh yeah, they got their second game in a while ago. Northeast got the win in that one. But tonight,
led all scorers with 14.
We'll go ahead and pull it up for the district. Games going on tonight. Lockhart and Northeast. Northeast in the fourth quarter with a nice lead. It's 39-30, getting started in the fourth quarter there. McCallum at Lhasa. That one's live right now. Crockett at Anderson, and Travis at Navarro. Maybe Travis will be able to pick up their first district dub of the season. That one got started at 7:30, of course, as neither of those two teams have fielded a JV team. Still got 5 minutes to go before we get started again. We got one more home game for you, going on up to McCallum High School, which I'm fine with. That is incredibly close to where I live. Can't hate that at all. Anytime I don't have to get on a highway at like 5:30 p.m. to come to a game, I'm a happy guy. But Anderson playing one of their best games of the season against McCallum earlier. Trojans not playing half bad tonight, as they are once again knocking on the door. They could break that scoring high again. You know how they tend to come out in fourth quarters. They scored 88 against Lockhart on Saturday the 5th after the ice storm. Hard to believe that just a week ago today we were all hunkered down and canceling class. Maybe we didn't totally need to do all that, but always better safe than sorry, especially when you're talking about high school sports. But imagine it might have been worse out here up in the hills. But where I was, not a whole lot of ice. So thankfully we were able to avoid the apocalypse that was last season's ice storm. So the Trojans are 4 minutes away from coming back out onto the floor, 39-15. The offense looked good. Mike Wagner was dishing all over the place. They really didn't have to score out of a half-court set too often. They were out running a whole lot that game.
To do something special for your lucky.
So a lot of fast break points. Still waiting for that first breakaway from either Francis or Langley. Those two guys I know can definitely throw it down, as it is Super Bowl weekend. And then I think something's happening on Monday? I don't know. Yeah, actually, I shouldn't do that because some people forget. It's Valentine's Day on Monday. If you're listening and you don't know that, you're lucky. I'm giving you a couple days to prepare something. Just there's not a reservation left in the city, by the way. But you know, you could cook something. It would be nice. But here come the Trojans back out onto the court. Both teams coming in pretty much at the same time. Imagine that we will be able to get everybody out onto the court today, as Anderson with a nice lead early. Hopefully they can get out to it. You know how the Anderson Trojans like to play in these third quarters. But now the blue and gold back out onto the court, not field. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the broadcast tonight. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on Vype. My name is Jack Farrell. I've been doing the games all season. It's been a blast, and I'm having a lot of fun tonight. But last night I did some soccer on Vype for Regents down in South Austin, and I don't really even know the rules of soccer, if I'm being honest. But you know, you gotta fake it till you make it. That was some Hall of Fame faking it for me last night. If you knew soccer, you could very easily tell that I had no idea what was going on. But to the untrained ear, it was fine. But my bread and butter, basketball, truly the beautiful game. Is Anderson looking to keep it undefeated, and right now they're fine. 25-8 on the year, 12-0 in district play, 13-game win streak for the Trojans, looking very likely they push it to 24, a 24-point lead at the half. And with the way that Anderson's shooting the ball, they're going to be tough to stop. Imagine they'll probably cool off from the outside, as they had everybody hitting them in that first half. But you never know with how well Bennett Blackerby has been shooting the ball lately and how well Jack Francis has been playing overall at all three levels of scoring. Bennett showing off some of his mid-range game that we haven't seen a whole lot of this season. He's been pretty much a sniper and a guy who tries to get to the bucket, but he's been dancing onto the baseline, pulling up, getting a few baskets to go, and if he can become a three-level scorer like that from outside, from the mid-range, and as a slasher, then he's going to be a dangerous player and truly a lethal scorer for this Anderson team, and he's a good defender. That's one thing that is so helpful for this Anderson team being so deep, is that ordinarily on another team, Bennett Blackerby might have to score a whole lot more. Might have to take a way bigger load on offense, and if you do that, it's only natural that your defense is going to slip because you're exerting so much of yourself on offense, trying to get open, trying to get shots off. But Bennett has been excellent defensively today. He's been into passing lanes, getting steals, as here comes Mitchell Whitlow. It's inbounded Anderson with the possession arrow. There's our point guard. There's our... See, nobody on Anderson really has a natural position, I feel like, except for Mike Wagner. Langley's a pretty good back-to-the-basket big, but guys like Bennett Blackerby, I guess you would call the 2 guard. Francis probably the 3. Whitlow's probably the 4. He's been guarding Chapa a lot in the post. He's been taking a lot of those post assignments. So if I had to parse it out, I would say Wagner's the starting point guard, Blackerby's the starting shooting guard, Francis is the starting small forward, Whitlow is the power forward, and Langley's the center. But that's the great thing about basketball is it's an incredibly positionless game, especially in the three-point era, and especially with a small ball team like Anderson. They're just able to switch everything.
Let's go, Mike.
But yay, basketball. Here comes Mike Wagner. Carson Reese scoreless in the game, had 9 last time. Out defending him, he gets it back to Wagner. That's too strong for Mike, just able to get it in and pass it back to Francis. Jack going to be doubled in the corner, though. He's able to escape. So almost a bad start as Wagner is just a little awry here. As that's a beautiful feed to Francis. He'll put it on the floor. Wagner steps back to Jack. Francis out on the wing. Might be time for him to just do something with it. Looking for Langley. He'll get it back out to Wagner. Now into Langley. Nate going to put it on the floor. Go up with it. Gets it. And 1. Strong to the cup. Chapa still with his hands up. Doesn't like the call.
On the Cougars, number 5, Trey Batts.
They're going to get bats, as Chapa is right. He did have his arm straight up, but that's not who they called the foul on. Langley.
Paper clamp to the line. 1 more.
As headband Langley. An unstoppable force of nature. Well, not so unstoppable from the free throw line, but he gets his board back to the cup. Another one.
2 more, Nate Langley.
So back-to-back buckets for Nate Langley. He's got 6. Now here comes Caballero. Blackerby out defending him as he's been their primary scoring option. Langley gets in to force Chapa off the block. They just get it back outside to Harper, who was incredibly limited in that first half with a lot of foul trouble. He's a stretch big. A valuable guy you can have on the floor. You can post up. You can take it outside, as that's going to be a kick? Yeah, kick ball against Mitchell Whitlow. That's not a foul. That's just it's nothing really. You just take it out. So no foul, nothing like that, as they forgot about Reese in the corner. That one can't get him going as Bats has it. He's going to try and go at Whitlow. Hop step, has to go back outside. Ooh, Blackerby almost. He was lurking. As Chapa setting the screen. Caballero going to try and go at Langley. Nate staying straight with him. Beautiful D as Bats can't get the board. Blackerby can. Up ahead to Wagner. They've got a 2-on-2. Wagner going to take it to the cup. That's good. Mike Wagner's first bucket of the game. And what do I say every game about third quarters? As Anderson up to a 30-point lead, a 6-0 run to start. Now Harper takes it right at Langley. That's going to be an offensive foul. Lowered his shoulder. The whistle was late. It was 39-15 at half. It's 45-15 as Langley has it in the high post. Ooh, that would have been perfect if he was able to get it to Blackerby. Bennett just going to pull up for the shot, no good. Rebound goes to Chapa, and now here comes Caballero. Jake going to pull up a transition 3. Ooh, that one died right there on the back of the rim. Is Blackerby able to save it? Now they'll have a 4-on-5. Here comes Mike Wagner, gets around Harper, takes it all the way to the cup, lays it up, can't get it. Whitlow can't get the shot. And now Blackerby, a fortunate roll, just gets it right back to him, and Anderson will have a shorter possession at half court. Bennett Blackerby into the corner for Mitchell Whitlow. Now Langley going to get it in deep in the post. Turn spin's going to go right at Harper. That's some post moves right there for Nate Langley. 8 in the game for Nate. 6 of that coming in the first half. He scored the buzzer beater well, not quite a buzzer beater, but to end the first half. So Nate Langley scoring 8 points in quick succession as far as the minutes of this game go. As Anderson still blanking Crockett in this first half. It's an 8-0 run. Francis almost got caught reaching. Here comes Bats. Screen comes high from Chapa. Bats kills his dribble. They just get it into Chapa. Chapa going to take it right at Langley. A turnaround hook is no good. Chapa able to tap the rebound out. Gets it to Caballero, who spins and loses it out of bounds. And I think that's going to go off the something of somebody. Can't tell if it was Langley or Wagner that knocked that out of bounds, but it was one of them because it's still the black team's ball. It's Crockett's, as they will inbound it here. Here's Caballero. As Wagner going to take it right away. Wagner kind of trapped on the baseline, but he leaks it ahead to Francis. Jack puts on a burst of speed, dumps it off to Blackerby under the basket. Looking back for Francis, and now he has it in the corner. Jack faces up, going to take it in across the baseline. Now wide open in the corner is Blackerby. Can he keep it going? Yes, he can. Bennett Blackerby from downtown opens up his second half. He's got 17 points. Caballero sending people through. Anderson 11-0 run to start the half. Reese blocked by Langley. Nate read that like a book. Now here comes Mike Wagner. Doesn't quite have the numbers, but he gets it to Francis. That's another deuce for Jack. Mike Wagner and Jack Francis, one of the most lethal fast break duos I've ever seen. Parentheses at the high school level. Now here comes Caballero. Chapa with it. He's far from the basket. He's going to take it at Langley. Spins. Langley once again all over that. The defense from Langley on Chapa has been something else. As Wagner reading that one once again. Up to Francis once again. And Jack can't get the dunk just off the front of the rim. Adekari affecting the shot there. Jack coming up with a smile on his face. He wanted that one. Now here's Caballero. Ooh, almost thought about firing from way downtown. Michael Newton with it up top. Here comes Adekari. 13-0 run for the Trojans in the first 4 minutes of this quarter. 52-15, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Poked out by who else but Jack Francis. If you ask me who in the district leads the district in steals, I would say that Anderson has the first 5 players. Now, but I think Mike Wagner and Jack Francis have absolutely got to be up there. It's a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, but we'll just go ahead and keep it here. Going to update you on the scoring as we have had a lot of change down the stretch here. 52-15, the halftime score, I believe, was 39-15. That's another gorgeous third quarter start for the Anderson Trojans, and I love it. Now, Bennett Blackerby, 17 points, hit 1-3 earlier. Jack Francis with 12, 8 for Langley on some quick points, was scoreless to the first, 15 minutes and 55 seconds, and now Langley already with 8. 6 in this half, 1 to beat the buzzer of the first half. So Blackerby 12, Blackerby 17, excuse me. Francis 12, Langley 8. 5 points for Ben Bazarian, 3 points for Jackson Gill, 2 for Wagner, 2 for Armour, 2 for Dale, 1 for Colin Payne. All threes up on the board in the third quarter. 3:33 to go in the third. Michael Newton inbounded. He has a 1. Looking for Reese. Now looking for Chapa. Langley going to take it away. Right out of the timeout. That's not what you want to do. As Mike Wagner going to run the floor. Gets it to Blackerby. Bennett can't get it, but he's fouled. 1 for 2 from the line today is Bennett Blackerby.
Fouls on the shot's going to be on Cougars, number 44, Michael Newton. Going to send Blackerby to the line. He'll shoot 2.
That's good.
Count the first one. We'll shoot 1 more.
.327 left now. Blackerby with another free throw. That one too strong, so Bennett 2 for 4 today, but who else but Nate Langley? He's just going to go right up with it. That's Michael Newton. Beautiful job to get that right back from Langley. As Nate might have been better served to kick that one back out. That'll be a jump ball for Crockett. It's 53-15. Anderson, 14-0 run. And I'm not sure what the run is going back to the half, but they've been stuck here at 15 for a little while. Even before the end of the first half, as here's Reese looking to get it into Chapa, and he's just going to face up and take the jumper over Langley, and Nate has had Chapa just in the blender tonight, just all over it. Here's Francis, gets inside, kicks it to the corner, Bennett Blackerby left open. His night continues. Bennett Blackerby on fire. He's got 21. That's his 5th made 3 of the ball game. Now here's Caballero, and that's just off the leg of a Crockett player. Leaks it ahead to Blackerby. Bennett to the cup. The nifty scoop, and Bennett has 23. 19-0 run to start the half. Caballero to end it. He does.
That's a 3, Jaden Caballero.
First basket of the half for Crockett comes 6 minutes in as Francis just going to turn that right back over. Reese now has it, and they're going to get Wagner on the foul.
Foul in transition going to be on the Trojan, number 5.
So it will be a side out. Oh, they're going to get Francis. Thought that was going to go against Wagner. Either way, that's just, I believe, the first team foul of the half for Anderson. 3 team fouls going against Crockett. They have 3 points in this half. Anderson with 19. Here comes Caballero down on the left side. Back out for Newton. Not a deep threat. Cougars working the ball around. As Wagner gets a hand on it, but no one was able to take it from Chapa. Now Langley can. Pass up ahead to Francis. Jack gets it. Here's his chance. Lays it up and in.
Transition basket, Francis.
14 for Jack in his last game in the Anderson gym. As Wagner again getting to poke it free. Blackerby the one to ultimately come away with it. Now here's Langley sprinting the floor. Euro step, lays it up, can't get it to go. Good defense by Michael Newton to force the miss for the Anderson player. Michael Newton's been the guy that has troubled Langley around the basket today. He's been able to take advantage of Chapa. As here's Newton. Turns, spins on Blackerby. I like the idea of that. But here comes Francis. He's going to slow it down. Oh, he looked at the 3 for just a moment. Now here's Bennett Blackerby. He's going to shoot this. Oh, good job by Reese to just get back in position to force him out of the shot. Wagner going to take it from the corner. That's good, Mike Wagner.
Wagner for 3.
Wagner with 5. That's his first made one from outside in a little bit for Anderson. As the bench is up and the bench is dancing. 63-18 under a minute to go in the third quarter. As might as well just call it on the fourth. As Anderson has been beating the whatever out of these teams for the better part of the last 2 years, but ever since we hit February 2022, they've turned it up to 11. I mean, Anderson has just been a completely different team, and they were already great. They went from being a really very good team to now just an unstoppable defensive force, as they've limited Crockett to 18, as now the whistles are starting to come
number 24
against the Trojans. That's the 3rd team foul for them, now matching Crockett. There's 25 seconds left in the quarter. Now here comes Newton. Will they be able to get it in without turning it over? Caballero, 20 seconds left. Crosses over, taking on Francis. He's just going to take the 3. That's no good. Rebound long to Whitlow. 14 seconds left. Langley on the catch. Langley to the cup. All the way. Blackerby trying to get the board back. It's going to fall. And now here comes Crockett. They've got 7 seconds left, but Anderson limiting them. He's going to have to force this. Pass ahead. Here's Caballero going to fire from the break at 3. No good. And that is how the third quarter is going to end. Mitchell Whitlow very lucky that he wasn't whistled for a foul on the closeout. But that'll do it for us. 63-18 entering the final frame of play, as it's been garbage time for a hot minute. Anderson, let me pull up my calculator app. I'm not a STEM guy. Or to you? 24-point quarter, but that's pretty pedestrian for Anderson. What isn't pedestrian is limiting Crockett, a team that will be in the postseason this year, to 3 points in the entire quarter. Coming off a Jaden Caballero 3, as he's been the high man as far as scoring goes for Crockett both of these last 2 games that Anderson has played. He's got 8 points. He's the closest to double figures for Crockett. Anderson still, of course, with one more game to play at McCallum on Tuesday, so that'll be their senior night. McCallum already eliminated from postseason contention. Anderson looking to make it undefeated. If you missed last game, Anderson clinched another district championship. That's the 6th district championship in Anderson basketball history, their 2nd in a row, and their 3rd since 2018. So they win at my graduating year as well.
4th quarter, Trojan ball.
Here's Gill, as we have a full bench lineup to start this 4th quarter. As here's Campbell Duncan with it on the wing. Gets it back to Gill. Screen comes from Dale. Jackson going to pull up into a three. That's going to be no good. Rebound goes to Crockett. Here they come the other direction. Caballero steps back, wanted the three, but gets it back to Newton. Bizarian doing a good job of getting around that screen to get back to the ball handler. Now here's Chapa trying to get it into Newton underneath. He does. A turnaround push shot is no good as the Anderson centers, the guys playing the post underneath, have had the Crockett centers just in jail tonight. Absolutely in prison, just fetters, shackles, unstoppable, as that's going to be a foul going against Gill.
Coming. Last fouls to Trojans, number 4, Jackson Gill.
So Gill picks up the foul. Crockett calls the timeout. It should be full. I think they're out of 30-second window.
Cougars coach got to be a full timeout.
Anderson still with 5 timeouts left to Crockett's 1. Daniel Pittsford, not a whole lot to call timeout about tonight. You're going to run out of time here unless the bench unit just goes insane. As now it's time to just play your seniors. So here's Caballero. (63-18). He's just going to pull up over Dale. That's no good. Rebound goes underneath to who else but number 3, Colin Page. Here he comes. Pulls up. This just hit off to Campbell Duncan. And half of this team just always has a smile on their face, led by that man right there.
That's it. 3. Number 33, Colin
Page. Another made 3 for the Trojans. As here's Dale going to go right at Chop, and that's going to be a foul on Fred.
Fouls on the shot's going to be on Trojans, number 35, Fred Dale.
Freddie Buckets.
Chapa to the line, 2 shots.
Chapa to the line. He's got 4 in the game. Undoubtedly, he makes both of these. No announcer jinx that time. As
Xavier drinks the first one, he'll shoot one more.
Pushes it to 5 points for him today. 19 on the game for the Cougars.
Two for 2.
Well, that's a rarity for Crockett. They score. Here comes Gill, screen from Campbell Duncan. It's Gill. I like to see him run the show here a little bit. Now back for Ben Bizarian. Ben crossing over, takes the screen from Page, back to Dale. Ben takes the handoff, back outside for Gill. Campbell has it underneath, turns, spins, and they're going to get him for a travel. Ooh, 3 seconds. I was going to say that's a little risky on the foul call, but here we go. Here we go. It's what you've all been waiting for. Bench Mafia. The gym's louder now than it was when Anderson was actually trying to score. Here's Caballero, smaller price on him. Gets it into Newton. Donahoe tried to get him, and he gets the block from behind! A chase down for Liam Donahoe. It goes out of bounds. 5:50 remain. And this is just the best kind of senior night you can hope for. You get everyone in the game with at least 5 minutes of action. Now here's Newton. He's going to take a jumper. That's going to be no good as the center's still having a tough time. But Chapa there. That's a nice one to get him his 3rd bucket of the night. 8 points for him. Here comes Price to the left, crosses over. Ooh, he got him. He got Reese to the bucket. No good. Crossover was there. The shot wasn't. Now here comes Caballero once again, 66-22. Price tried to take it from him from behind. Are they going to count that?
Count the basket. Fouls on the Trojans.
Absolutely
Number
no
3.
way that was continuation, but Price did definitely foul him. See, even Caballero wanted to take it out.
To the line, Mr. Jaden.
Caballero didn't even think that was
for
continuation. He's the one that shot it. But, you know, it doesn't matter. 66-24. See, it's a tough thing when the opposing team keeps their starting lineup in when you got your bench lineup in, because they're obviously going to score more points than you. And I want Henderson to have a true blowout. But sportsmanship better. As Price misses the shot. Donahoe can't get the board. Now here comes Caballero. He's dribbling up. He's going to go right at Price again. Big elbow from Caballero. He's just going to take the shot. That's no good. Page can't get the board, but Donahoe can. Here comes Donahoe. Here comes Price. All the way to the basket, and he got pushed. What? Just a travel? Oh, Anderson has gotten a lot of huge leads where the officials kind of stopped giving them the whistle, but over these past 2 games, it's been that Anderson can't get, literally they can't get a single call. But again, it doesn't really affect the outcome of the game, so it's fine. It's not that big of a deal, but certainly I imagine it's frustrating for the players out on the court. As there's Chapa. I know it definitely frustrates some of the parents here in the stands. As there's Price. He'll just try to run it out. Newton chasing him down, goes up with it, and one, Corey Price! The acrobatic finish. He'll head to the line for one more, and this place just erupted.
The basket. That was on Crockett's number 44, Michael Newton. Gonna send CP3 to the line and 1.
Price can't hit the free throw, but Crockett can't get the rebound. 68-24, here come the Cougars. Nearly halfway gone in this quarter, as all the way to the cup and no good. Donahoe on the board. As this place goes crazy anytime number 32 touches the ball. Here comes Price, now back to Page. Oh, Colin, do it! Do it! Way downtown! Oh, good. Rebound goes to Vanecki. Vanecki coming up. Gets it off to Caballero. 4 minutes. He's just going to fire away. That's good. Caballero. He filled it up in garbage time last time as well. He's up to 13 points. Nice outing for him. Not the most efficient scoring night, but here comes Kalen Hull. Hand off to Alexander. Into the corner for Hull. He's going to fire away. Bang! Kalen Hull from downtown!
Oh, that's a 3.
Under 4 to play. Here's Caballero. He's going to fire. That's good. 3-point shootout breaking out here at Anderson High School. Here comes Price, 71-30. Price around the Donahoe pick, gets it to Donahoe. Hull on the pick. Liam doesn't have the hands.
No hands, Liam.
As they're throwing out they're throwing out James Harper and Trey Batts back onto the court. They're going to give Jaden Caballero a rest. He has 16, so a nice scoring output for him today. Trojans will do one better. Price always looking for the ball as there's Andre Smith with it. Chapa gets it inside and just bumps him off. Can't get the shot to go. Harper just took it right at Hull. Page behind the back. Colin Page racing into the front court. Euro steps around, gets to the cup. Can't hit the shot. Rebound Harper. Donahoe scrounging for it. Chapa with it. And Price, oh, here we go. All the way on the other end and a stuff for Xavier Chapa.
Xavier Chapa.
How about that for a highlight? I'll take it. Especially considering the scores. Here's Andrew Alexander, wide open. No good. Rebound Page. Page takes the bump, gets the deuce.
Colin Page, 2-point conversion.
The pace of this game is absurd right now. Both these teams just running up and down the floor. Here's Batts. Is Liam Donahoe, beloved. Now into the post. Page going to try on Harper. Harper going to go right at him. Colin Page, the defense, and here he comes, instigating. Colin Page, professional instigator, heads to the bench as Derek Armour checks in. So the 5 for the Anderson Trojans: Donahoe, Alexander, Armour, Price, and Hull. Now here's Hull. Back for Donahoe into the post. Now back for Hull. Hull going to try it again. Can't get this one to go. The bank is closed. But here he comes to get the board, and they're going to get him for a kick ball. 2 minutes to go, 73-32. Here's Bats. And that's a travel. I don't know if that was a travel, but they called it a travel. I think that's a travel at the UIL level. We're not going to call Philadelphia 76ers star James Harden or Luka Doncic. Yeah, Harden on the Sixers. Pretty wild. Here comes Price, gets by Smith, but he loses the ball. Here comes Harper. Donahoe tries to get it back. Smith gets it, but he loses it out of bounds. Anderson will have another chance. Do not worry. 90 seconds left. Here come the white team. Price to inbound, gets it to Donahoe. Liam gonna face up, dumps it back to Price. Corey, that's gonna be his second basket.
Back to Corey for 2.
Is the bench lineup like still good? Is this team like, do they need the starters? Because there's Armour. Let Corey cook. Let Corey cook. Lob over to Hull. Let Kalen cook. Either way, just let somebody cook. As Kalen Hull content to hold the ball for a little while. We love the sportsmanship, but not on senior night, bud. Just heave him. Heave him up. Here's Price. He's stuck outside on the wing. Smith defending him. Corey steps back, 45 seconds left. And he might be content to just let it go. Oh, Corey got Smith. Now back for Armour, back to Hull, and I think that Anderson is just going to dribble the clock out. Now here's Donahoe. Liam, you better. Somebody fire it. Somebody take a Trae Young 3. Give me logo Liam. Pull up from the logo, somebody. Is Price still dancing? He has handle, if nothing. 10 seconds left. Here's Price crossing over. We'll just have to get back, and that's going to be a 5-second violation on Price. So that's how the game will pretty much end, is Crockett going to have another chance at it. I'm sure they'll try and take another shot, but Anderson right now with a 75-32 lead with 5 seconds left. Here comes Bats. Pad your stats, pal. No, he's just going to let it go.
That's your ball.
As Anderson wins it on senior night. Just an absolute blast of a game.
Well done. Thanks to Crockett for coming out tonight. Y'all be safe.
They win it 75-32.
I
think we're just going to let them go tonight. I want these seniors to have a nice time with their teammates. I'll just let them go. We'll have them back. We'll get an interview. That is unbelievably unnecessary. I can't believe that, this is my job. I've just had a blast every single game of the season, except for that one Northeast game on the road. That was just funky and weird. Yeah, one loss game wasn't so fun either. But that's not the point. I still love this team. I still love my job. The Anderson Trojans have made a fan out of me. And I think Coach Pitt and this coaching staff is just unbelievable. I have nothing but kind words to say to them, as Coach Pittsford has just turned this basketball program into a juggernaut at the 5A level. Hopefully they can keep some success going. They will not have the depth that they are used to, but still, Anderson in a great place with this staff. They've still got some guys returning, but for now, all focus is on the seniors as they will move on next season. They've still got one home game, and they've still got plenty of playoff basketball to come up. This is a heck of a team. They're ranked very highly in 5A, and I think they have a real shot next year at really making some noise, or this year, making some noise in the postseason as we move on. Anderson, we're going to go ahead and say goodnight as they win 75-32. I have been Jack Farrell, thankful for the opportunity to call Anderson basketball, doing play-by-play. Hopefully I can keep doing this for a long time. I have a whole lot of fun doing it. It is a great passion of mine. You could ask me to do it for free, for internship credit, whatever, and I would be all over it. I love this sport. I love this team. The parents have just been so kind. Have shown me a lot of just kindness and graciousness, and the guys on the team too. They're fun to be around, fun to talk to, and you can tell they love each other and love playing with each other. That's going to do it for us. Going to go ahead and sign off. Don't forget it's Valentine's Day weekend, and don't forget, to a lesser extent, that Joe Burrow is about to set the world on fire on Sunday. But that'll do it. 75-32. Hope you all have a great night, a great start and the rest of your weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday for the regular season finale at McCallum. The tip-off time will be 8 p.m. there. My name is Jack Farrell, the voice of the Anderson Trojans men's basketball team, and I bid you adieu.